I think, I say, what you are not.
Like Oleksandr Usyk was going to face Deontay Wilder. I personally didn't want to see that fight. I really didn't. I truly, really didn't want to see that fight.
Boxing, it's been heavily reported that Deontay Wilder and Derek Chisora are set to fight this April.
Oleksandr Usyk tears into Deontay Wilder for choosing to step into the ring with Derek Chisora, calling out the decision with ruthless honesty. Usyk makes it clear this wasn't by chance, it was fear. The undisputed champion believes Wilder deliberately avoided him, picking Chisora instead because he knows exactly what would happen if he faced Usyk. In Usyk's view, the choice says it all. Wilder simply wasn't ready, mentally or physically, to take him on.
It's not possible, because my focus is my fight. Listen.
Sergio Mora stripped away the hype around this matchup, making it clear this was never about myths or one-punch talk. It was about who could handle real heavyweight pressure. Derek Chisora came to assert himself, to maul, bully, and drag Oleksandr Usyk into chaos. Usyk answered by dismantling him round after round with pure skill and composure. No panic, no drama, just complete control. This fight showed exactly why Usyk didn't need Wilder. He needed proof, and Chisora provided it.
Think of Wilder versus Chisora.
I love that fight. It makes more sense than Wilder and Usyk. I think we had a topic saying that Usyk was going to fight Wilder. I'm like, bro, what? I go, he should be fighting someone that's already on his side, where he's lost or he already's been knocked out, that has a name but is not at the top level. And Derek Chisora fits all those boxes, even though he is on a 3-fight win streak. Chisora has fought all the big names, have come up short, similar to Wilder.
Frank Warren makes it clear this fight was never about avoiding drama. It was about two heavyweights staking their claims. Deontay Wilder was originally lined up to face Usyk, a matchup that would have exposed every weakness. But Wilder backed away from that challenge and chose Derek Chisora instead, opting for a different kind of chaos, one that feels safer. Usyk would have shown the world exactly where Wilder truly stands, and this decision confirms it. When real skill is involved, Wilder is no longer the same threat.
Always it's on. It was a matter of getting the contract signed and lawyers going between each other. Sometimes it takes longer than it takes to make the fight. But it was always on, and it was on because both fighters wanted it. And I've said it many times, if the guys want to fight each other, it's not difficult to do. Wilder wanted a meaningful fight, and Tyson wanted it.
Eddie Hearn breaks it down without any sugarcoating. Derek Chisora steps in as a genuine underdog against Deontay Wilder, and the danger is very real. Wilder's power isn't just hype, it can change a fight in a single moment. Chisora brings experience, but pushing into the later rounds will test every bit of his toughness and resilience. This is a high-risk fight where one mistake could end everything instantly.
Do you believe that Derek Chisora can beat Deontay Wilder?
I think he's a big underdog in the fight, and I think he may also get knocked out in the fight. If he gets past 5 or 6 rounds with Deontay Wilder, he's banging that fight. He might not get through 5 or 6 rounds with Deontay Wilder, but he's fighting.
Facing Deontay Wilder would have been a disaster for Derek Chisora. Wilder's punch is widely considered the hardest in heavyweight history, and no level of experience can truly prepare you for that kind of power. Age, wear, and risk all collide here, making it a brutal assignment. Chisora avoided what looked like an almost impossible task, but it also highlights Wilder's reputation as a knockout machine, one that very few fighters in the division are willing to put to the test.
Wilder, that's the one fighter that, out of all of them, I just think it'd be a disaster for him. Doesn't need that, if he was going to fight on, but don't do that. That's it's the hardest punch in heavyweight, probably in heavyweight history. I think if you look at the stats, and I just think if Derek, and I think he's probably a little bit older than me, Derek. So I just think, whatever condition you're in, is you're going up against a guy who.
Tyson Fury sums up the stakes perfectly. This isn't just another fight, it's a clash of heavyweight names. Wilder brings raw, fight-ending power, while Chisora counters with relentless pressure and hard-earned experience. Fury stresses that both men have secured their place in heavyweight history, and the real threat of a stoppage makes this matchup explosive. With a belt potentially on the line, this goes beyond pride. It's a test of legacy, power, and who truly controls the ring.
So I've just seen that Chisora and Deontay Wilder are going to do a fight. I think this is a great fight. I've fought both of these men 3 times each, actually. Just thought of that. And I think it's a very, very good fight. But on this one, I'm going to go with my boy, Del Boy, War Chisora. for a stoppage. Get up there, Derek! Come on! It's coming home. And there should be a belt on the line too, so one of you sanctioning bodies, you got two legendary fighters here, a champion, world champion with 10 title defences from the USA, and an absolute warlord from the United Kingdom who's fought everybody, never ducked anybody, and would have been a good heavyweight in any era. Derek Chisora.
Adam Smith points to the sheer unpredictability of this matchup. On paper, it feels razor thin, almost a 50-50 fight. Wilder still carries that frightening one-punch power, but his recent outings have raised doubts, particularly after the Fury trilogy. Chisora, meanwhile, keeps grinding on, showing his durability and consistency time and again. With his 50th fight on the horizon and an official announcement expected in April, this bout shapes up as a dramatic, high-stakes clash that fans simply can't miss.
It's a fantastic, almost, you could say a 50-50. We don't know what Wilder's got left. Obviously, he possesses the biggest, probably single punch power since an early Shavers, but he didn't look great. Well, hasn't looked great, has he, for the last couple of years, probably since the Fury trilogy. And Derek continues to keep grinding results out, and wants that 50th fight. It would be a fantastic build-up, we know. It looks like it will be announced. I'm hearing April. I just think it's a great.
Andrew McCart explains why this fight makes perfect sense. Wilder may have taken a few setbacks, but he's back to test himself once again. Chisora, meanwhile, is at his peak, hungry, motivated, and treating his 50th bout as a defining moment. Compared to a potential clash with Usyk, this matchup is immediate, explosive, and raw, promising fireworks as two heavyweight veterans collide with pride, power, and legacy all on the line.
Especially at this stage of their career. I mean, Wilder's coming off a couple of losses. I know he's got the win back a few months back, and Derek Chisora's on a good run of form. 3 great wins, Joe Joyce and Wallen of late. So I do like this fight. I like this fight more than I do Wilder.
Paulie Malignaggi lays it out with brutal honesty. This matchup is far more intriguing than a potential Wilder-Usyk fight, which would have been largely academic. Both Wilder and Chisora are past their absolute peaks, but heart, experience, and toughness still make them dangerous. Malignaggi believes that Chisora, with the right preparation, could shock Wilder. Deontay has absorbed damage over the years, and his aura of invincibility has faded. Meanwhile, Chisora's grit and timing make him a genuine threat. This clash is raw, unpredictable, and driven by veteran pride, proving that in boxing, experience and determination can outweigh reputation alone, making this 50th fight a must-watch spectacle.
It's better than Wilder and Usyk, which they were talking about, which I think would have been a total waste of time, because at this point I'm not sure Wilder's the same fighter. But you put in Wilder and you put in Chisora, both are sort of past it, but both still kind of will fight with heart and character. You know what? A few years ago, I would not have picked Derek to beat Wilder, but I think right now, Derek might be able to pull this off. Derek might be able to knock off Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder has
Liam Goff low reflects on the chaotic buildup, revealing how Wilder versus Chisora was almost locked in for London, with press events nearly confirmed. Behind the scenes, contracts, venue decisions, and unexpected changes created tension. Goff highlights the uncertainty that surrounded the fight, yet it only increased the intrigue. The drama behind the scenes mirrors the intensity expected inside the ring, setting the stage for two seasoned heavyweights to collide in a high-stakes, unpredictable bout. Fans can feel the anticipation building, knowing every punch will carry weight not just physically but historically, as careers, legacies, and pride hang in the balance.
That we were going to get Wilder versus Chisora, and it was going to happen in London, and that a press conference was imminent. Now, I text one of my contacts, and that would be in the zone because I just assumed it would be on the zone. And he was like, no, I don't think about it. And I was like, okay, that's weird.
Liam Goff also stresses why Chisora is a legitimate opponent. With significant wins and consistent performances, Derek isn't just a placeholder. He's battle-tested and highly ranked. Goff points out that he's in form, capable, and ready for any challenge. Wilder may have the bigger name, but Chisora brings momentum, resilience, and tactical awareness. That combination makes the fight genuinely intriguing, a true test of stamina, heart, and skill, where past achievements matter less than what happens on fight night. Fans should expect a hard-hitting, back-and-forth clash, where Chisora's experience and Wilder's raw power collide in unpredictable fashion.
Even a Derek Chisora, because Chisora's at least got some good wins together and he's highly ranked, I wouldn't begrudge him fighting any of those guys. Because they're coming out the back of wins, they're in good form, You know, they can.
MGM Sports underlines the stakes for Chisora's 50th fight. Beyond pride, the financial rewards and legacy are huge motivators. Facing a big-name opponent like Wilder gives Derek a massive platform to showcase his career and skills. His form, experience, and hunger make him dangerous, and this milestone bout could define how fans remember him. This fight isn't just about surviving, it's about legacy, money, and proving that Chisora can still compete with the top-tier heavyweights in one of the most anticipated matchups of the year.
Derek Chisora can fight another big name for his 50th fight. He's going to make a lot of money. And you know what? Yeah, guy on current form, I will back Del Boy to go in there and smoke Deontay Wilder.
Adam Smith sums it up brutally. This is a clash made for the ages. Both Wilder and Chisora are seasoned veterans, each carrying knockout power that can end the fight in an instant. Smith points out that at this stage of their careers, it comes down to experience, timing, and who wants it more. Their histories add extra spice. Wilder's one-punch menace versus Chisora's relentless toughness. This matchup isn't just about skill, it's about pride, legacy, and the spectacle of two heavyweights willing to put everything on the line. Fans should brace for a fight where every round matters, and one mistake could be career-defining. It's the perfect storm of power, grit, and drama, and Smith is right to call it a cracking matchup.
A cracking matchup because they're both at the veteran stage of their careers, and they've both got power, and it's going to be exciting, and it's probably the perfect match.
Derek Chisora gives us a look behind the tension and chaos of the fight night buildup. His account of the face-off with Wilder shows just how raw and unscripted the moment was. No plans, no theatrics, just two warriors sizing each other up. Chisora's approach reflects his mentality, fearless, instinctive, and fully engaged. He's embracing his milestone 50th fight with energy, knowing that every glance, every gesture, and every ounce of aggression sets the tone for the ring. This isn't just another bout, it's a proving ground for legacy, pride, and raw heavyweight drama, with Chisora ready to meet Wilder head-on, without hesitation or calculation.
That's the fight number 50 I showed it to you. I was not meant to show it to you, but I figured out I'm right here, so let's do it.
You were reluctant at the first, you weren't going to get on stage, and then you waited. Was that all planned?
Nah, I don't plan things.
Deontay Wilder brings the psychological heat to this matchup, revealing the intensity behind the press conference altercation. His account of the face-off shows he's mentally locked in. He knows Chisora's tendencies and is ready to respond with raw power and composure. Wilder stresses that this wasn't staged. It was a real test of will and dominance. His mindset going into the fight is clear. Every encounter, every exchange, and every punch is personal. Fans are watching two alphas collide, each mentally primed for war. Wilder's words make it clear he's not just fighting for victory, but to prove he's still a force in heavyweight boxing, turning this bout into a tense, electrifying showdown.
This is the fight business. No one is safe. You understand me? Nobody is safe in the fight business, and you just never know who want to pick a bone with you and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I know Derek. I've been knowing Derek for a long time. You know what I mean? And, I know how he is. So I know what's up. So when he came up to me, that's like a challenge. How two gorillas is.
The build-up to Derek Chisora versus Deontay Wilder has been nothing short of explosive. Every press conference, face-off, and expert prediction has built the stage for a true heavyweight war. You've seen the power, the experience, the grit, and the psychological battles that make this fight more than just a boxing match. It's a clash of legacies. Chisora's relentless style meets Wilder's devastating one-punch power, and both fighters are driven by pride, revenge, and milestone achievements. This is the kind of fight that could redefine the current heavyweight landscape, and nothing is guaranteed. Every round will matter, and every fan should be ready for fireworks inside the ring. Don't miss a single moment of this epic showdown. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join us live as we witness history being made in the heavyweight division. Who will rise and who will fall?